What's good, guys? M.V.K here, back again. Your Alpha hasn't really done more with reviewing anime on the channel, on this variety channel, and I apologize for that, my pack. You know, I was supposed to, if a new anime came out, and I was supposed to watch it and then give my thoughts on it. Well, one of my favorite animes, anime and manga characters, just finished another season on Netflix. And that character is Baki. You know, we got a new Baki series called Son of the Ogre, Baki. And I finished it earlier today. I started it Wednesday, and then I finished, not Tuesday night, and then I finished it today. It ran for 11 episodes, and basically, guys, this is basically a adaptation of the Olivia Fortress saga that is building up to the first part that's building up to the final confrontation between father and son, Ujira, and his son Baki. And I don't want to spoil too much for everybody, but did I like this episode? Did I like this? I did. I thought it was a really good adaptation. You know, sometimes the mangas and the anime, they're not going to be always cohesive with each other. There may be different. There may be something different about this one, and maybe something different about here. But I did enjoy it. Like I've enjoyed all the Bakis that have been coming on Netflix as of late. I'm a huge Baki fan. I always have been a Baki fan, and this series basically is, like I said, building up to the final confrontation between Baki and his father. Will I spoil the fight? No, I'm not, because especially if you read the manga like me, so you know what happens. But in this episode, in this part of the adaptation, basically Baki goes to prison. He goes to the Arizona State Prison, where the strongest man in America resides, and that being Oliver Biscuit. If you watched the previous Baki series, you know who Oliver is. He is that big, jacked up brother, you know, who just like, you just look at him, you're just like, Jesus Christ, there's not an ounce of fat on this dude. Yeah, he goes there because, well, he wants to challenge this guy. And of course, he's the unchained number one in that prison. Like, this man is so strong, but nobody really screws with him because, one, he can go in as he pleases. He can leave the prison, come back, leave the prison, and the warden don't do shit about it. You know, and of course, where there may be a number one, there's also a number two, and that number two guy wants to defeat number one to be at that level or status. And his name is June Guevara. And so how does Baki get into this prison? Okay, I will show this. This is something funny, because before Baki goes to prison, we see Baki training, and he's training in his mind, but he can see his opponents, like an imaginary opponents. Once again, Baki, this series does a great job of breaking down mindsets of martial artists and things like that. And, you know, Baki is fighting a imaginary version of, I believe it's Mike Tyson, because they say his name, but it's like, is that supposed to be Mike Tyson? And then there's even a part where his father fights an African elephant that is monstrous and defeats him. And word gets around, and Baki's like, well, there's something stronger than that. And what is it? I'm sure you guys saw it in the teaser. in the trailer, yeah, he's fighting an imaginary version of a 6-foot praying mantis, and it's crazy. It was, but still, he needed to. He wanted to fight Oliver, and the only way he can get to this, really go to this prison that he wanted to, he basically kidnaps the president of the United States, and they do say his name, George Bush. They say Bush, and I'm like, okay, when is this supposed to be taking place? And to be also honest, guys, this is the first time in the Baki series on Netflix where I watched it in English dub. I did not watch it in its original Japanese dialogue. I was like, you know what? Let's see how it truly sounds with everybody. And I'll give Troy Baker a lot of credit. Troy Baker does a good job at voicing Baki. I'll give Troy Baker a lot of credit, and I do like Troy Baker. So I thought he did a great job. But while he's in this prison, he sees how the status quo is and what he needs to do, and he sees both of the number one and number two. They're building up to a big fight, and as Baki, he's excited, but he's also, we all know Baki. Baki can get bored, and he's looking at these two when the fight does happen, and they're doing a lot of great techniques and things like that, and it's to the point where Baki's just like, oh my God, like, would y'all stop with all this? Just let's go. Like, I thought it was funny. I thought it was classic Baki with that. Not too much Yujiro Hanma in this. I mean, we do see Yujiro, but he's really kind of like a side character. They don't really show too much. Like, he's not really doing anything to hurt people. I mean, he's relaxing. He's on vacation. He's swimming. He's doing this. He's escorting. He's taking limo rides. It's like, this ain't Yujiro that I know, but he still is ready and waiting because he did challenge his son. He sees his son now as a worthy challenger. I know another thing that a lot of people was asking me, like, yo, where's Baki's girlfriend in this? She's not in this. If I remember correctly, they're not broken up, but if I remember correctly, in the manga, their relationship kind of got really rocky from the previous saga when Muhammad Ali's son started really kind of that love triangle. So they were never really the same afterward. But she's still around. She just wasn't in this franchise. I will spoil that. The fight between Baki and Oliver was great. But once again, it came down to not even special techniques and everything like that. It came down to gritty fighting, what Baki is known for. Am I gonna tell you who won? No, you just gotta watch for yourself. But if this was a real boxing match, I will say this: there will be no way Baki should be fighting a heavyweight like Oliver. I mean, because they claim Baki in this is a middleweight. Oliver's a major heavyweight, and he's got like 200 pounds over Baki. So it was crazy. But the animation was good. The music, as always, that's always going to be special to me because I love a good score. But the pacing was really quick too. Like, it kept you moving. They got to point A. They got from point A to point B very quickly. So it did what it needed to do as an adaptation. So, but if you are a fan of Baki and you do like Baki and you like, hand-to-hand combat martial arts anime, I say check it out. If you're not, don't check it out. But if you've always been curious about Baki, is this a good place for you to jump on Baki? I would say no. I would not say this would be a good jumping on point for you. They do go into some detail of why Baki is doing this or what built him up to want to challenge his dad, but if you're new and you want to get into Baki, you got to go back to the original manga, or the anime, and then you see when Baki was young, like he was 15 when he was doing it. Now, because here he's like 19, 18 or so, but yeah, I would not jump on this if you're a newcomer, because you're gonna be like, what the hell is going on? Why is he doing this? I don't get it. So I recommend watching it from the beginning, not just the episodes that are on Netflix, but finding the episodes that were under the series that were under Funimation that started it, and then lead up to this, because you will not know what's going on. Trust me, you won't. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun. This is, like I said, guys, I apologize for not talking more anime on the channel, because you guys know me, I am a big anime fan, and I will get back to doing more anime when I finish watching a series. No matter how long it takes, I'll talk about it. I promise you that. I'll talk about it. Right now, I'm trying to finish Demon Slayer. I haven't even started Demon Slayer because I'm watching another anime before that. I try to finish one anime at a time. I don't try to do too many animes and then I don't know what's going on, and I'm like, okay. So I try to finish. I'll finish it when I can. But yeah. So if you watch this new Baki series, you guys tell me what you thought. Please do not spoil it for anybody who hasn't. I tried not to be, just tried to be as less spoiler free, spoiler heavy as I could. But there were some things I needed to talk about. But I didn't spoil the ending and what's to come. No, I didn't. So don't forget to claw my pack that like button. Claw it down. Get the thumbs up. Leave some comments in the section down below. As always, you know me, I love input. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. There's probably a friend or a buddy that you may think wants to join the pack. Please bring them to me. I would love to join the pack. And don't forget, guys, I'm working on some new things. My Patreon is back. I will start putting that link back into the description down below, because there are going to be some things there that will be. There's going to be some things in the future that are going to be Patreon exclusive. There are going to be some things here that are going to be exclusive that you won't find unless you do tune in my Patreon or things like that. But trust me, all that will be explained in due time. All that being said, guys, it's TheMtVernonkid. Say peace, love, stay tuned, keep it real as always. Do say.